Have you ever stared at the ceiling in the middle of the night, feeling tired but completely unable to fall back asleep? Or maybe you fall asleep just fine, only to wake up 2 hours later. Heart beating a little faster, body too warm, and mind racing like it's the middle of the afternoon. If that sounds like your typical night lately, I want you to know, you're not alone. After menopause, many women find that sleep becomes a nightly struggle. You might have been someone who used to sleep through anything: a thunderstorm, a snoring partner, a full moon shining through the window, and suddenly, even the softest creak or the slightest shift in your body temperature is enough to snap you wide awake. And when it keeps happening night after night, it's more than just annoying, it's exhausting, physically and emotionally. What's even more frustrating is that people often don't talk about this part of menopause. Hot flashes and mood swings might get mentioned, but poor sleep, that's just swept under the rug, as if it's something we're supposed to put up with quietly. But here's the truth. Sleep problems after menopause are not just in your head, and they're not something you have to get used to. They are real, they are hormonal, and they are fixable. In this video, we're going to gently unpack why sleep gets worse after menopause, and more importantly, what you can do about it. We'll go over 6 powerful natural hormonal shifts and how to work with them, not against them, to bring restful, healing sleep back into your life. No scary side effects, no overnight promises. Just real, practical steps rooted in how your body actually works. Let's begin with one of the most obvious, yet misunderstood culprits: estrogen. When estrogen levels drop after menopause, it affects more than just your reproductive system. Estrogen helps regulate your body temperature, keeps your mood balanced, and supports serotonin production, the feel-good hormone that also plays a key role in producing melatonin, your sleep hormone. So when estrogen dips, it's like pulling a few key bricks out of your foundation. Things start to wobble, emotionally and physically. That's why so many women experience hot flashes or night sweats that jolt them awake, sometimes multiple times a night. It's not that your body is malfunctioning, it's just responding to a sudden hormonal shift that it hasn't quite adapted to yet. So how can you support your estrogen levels in a safe, natural way? Start with your diet. Foods rich in phytoestrogens, like flax seeds, tofu, tempeh, and lentils, can gently support your body's estrogen balance. You don't need to eat tofu every day or become a nutritionist overnight. Just adding a tablespoon of ground flaxseed to your oatmeal or smoothie, or swapping out meat for tofu once a week, can nudge your body in the right direction. And don't forget about movement. Regular exercise, even just walking for 20 to 30 minutes a day, can help your body process and balance hormones more effectively. Think of it like tuning a piano. You're not rewriting your biology, you're just helping it stay in harmony. Now, while estrogen tends to get all the attention, there's another hormone quietly affecting your sleep behind the scenes: progesterone. Before menopause, progesterone plays a calming, sleep-promoting role in your body. It's sometimes referred to as nature's Valium because of its soothing effect on the brain. But after menopause, progesterone drops significantly, and suddenly that calming presence is gone. That's why many women report increased anxiety at night, or a sense of restlessness they can't quite name. It's like your mind refuses to shut off, even when your body is crying out for rest. And unfortunately, this anxiety tends to spike right when everything gets quiet. No distractions, no conversation, just you and your thoughts. So what can you do? One powerful way to support your body's calming hormones is through magnesium. This mighty mineral helps activate GABA, a neurotransmitter that calms the nervous system, much like progesterone used to. Magnesium can also help relax your muscles, ease tension, and prepare your body for sleep. You can take it as a supplement, preferably in the form of magnesium glycinate or citrate, or soak in a warm bath with Epsom salts before bed. Both methods give your body a gentle dose of relaxation, and they're safe, simple, and effective. Sleep hygiene also matters here. Creating a predictable nighttime routine signals to your brain that it's time to wind down. Keep the lights low, turn off the TV or phone, and do something calming, like reading, journaling, or stretching. These little rituals become familiar cues, guiding your body into rest, even when hormones aren't doing it for you. Hormonal changes after menopause can feel like you've lost the sleep map you've been using for decades. But the good news is, you can draw a new one. It just takes a little patience, a little compassion, and a willingness to try small things that make a big difference. Now that we've explored how estrogen and progesterone affect your sleep and what you can do to support them naturally, let's turn our attention to another key player, one that has more to do with how your sleep is structured than how long you sleep. One of the lesser-known hormones that plays a big role in your sleep is melatonin. You've probably heard of it before, maybe even tried taking a melatonin supplement now and then. But here's the part most people don't realize. Melatonin isn't just a pill. It's a natural hormone your brain produces, and after menopause, that production tends to drop. Melatonin is like the conductor of your internal orchestra. It tells your body when it's time to start winding down and when it's time to rest. It works in harmony with your circadian rhythm, your internal body clock, to regulate the timing of your sleep. But after age 60, and especially post-menopause, your body's natural melatonin levels begin to decline. So even if you're physically tired, your brain might not be getting the signal to fully power down. You lie there waiting for sleep to come, but it just doesn't. Or it comes in light, broken waves, never quite pulling you into that deep, restful state. Now, you might think the simple fix is to grab a bottle of melatonin supplements and call it a day. And for some women, that can help, especially in small doses. But it's not always the long-term solution. What's more effective is creating an environment and routine that naturally supports your body's own production of melatonin. Start with light exposure. Your brain needs daylight, real, natural light, especially in the morning, to reset your internal clock. Getting just 20 minutes of sunlight in the early part of the day can help your body figure out when to be alert and when to rest. It's like giving your internal system a little reminder, hey, this is day, sleep comes later. And just as light helps wake you up in the morning, darkness helps prepare you for sleep at night. That means reducing screen time in the hour or two before bed. Phones, tablets, and even bright TV screens emit blue light, which suppresses melatonin and tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. You might not feel it in the moment, but later, when you're tossing and turning, it catches up to you. If screens are part of your evening routine, try using a warm-colored screen filter or switching to audio, like a calming podcast or soft music. Even better, create a gentle wind-down ritual without screens at all. A cup of herbal tea, a warm shower, or even just sitting in dim lighting with a book can do wonders. And speaking of warm drinks, let's talk about another hormone that's often overlooked but deeply tied to your sleep quality: cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. It helps wake you up in the morning and keeps you alert throughout the day. But here's the twist: when cortisol levels stay high into the evening or spike in the middle of the night, it makes sleep nearly impossible. And after menopause, your body becomes more sensitive to stress. Things that might have rolled off your back in your 40s now hit a little harder. Your nervous system is more reactive, and cortisol can hang around longer than it should. Maybe you notice this in the form of nighttime anxiety, racing thoughts, restlessness, a sense that something is off, even when nothing's really wrong. Or maybe it shows up as that 2 a.m. wake-up where you're suddenly wide-eyed and mentally alert, even though you were dead tired at bedtime. Managing cortisol doesn't mean eliminating all stress from your life. That's not realistic. But you can help your body respond to stress more gently. One beautiful, underrated tool? Breathing. Deep, slow, intentional breaths actually send a signal to your brain that it's safe to relax. When you focus on your breath, especially during a moment of restlessness, you invite your body to switch from fight or flight into rest and digest. Here's a simple technique to try the next time your mind won't calm down. Inhale slowly for a count of 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Let your shoulders drop as you breathe out. Feel your body soften. Do this for just a few minutes, and you'll start to feel the shift. Another way to support cortisol is through evening nourishment. If you eat dinner early, say before 6 p.m., your body might run low on fuel by the time you head to bed. That dip in blood sugar can trigger a mild stress response, spiking cortisol and waking you up. A small, balanced snack before bedtime, like half a banana with almond butter or a slice of turkey, can help stabilize your blood sugar and keep cortisol in check through the night.
And finally, don't underestimate the power of gentle structure. Your body thrives on rhythm. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, even on weekends, helps regulate your hormones more than you might think. It's not about being rigid. It's about giving your body something it can count on. When everything else in life feels uncertain, when your body is changing and your sleep feels out of control, routine becomes an anchor. It tells your body, you're safe, you're supported, you can rest now. Hormonal shifts after menopause can feel like a storm. But you are not stuck in that storm. You have tools, you have choices, and you have more power than you've been told. Let's keep going. There's still one more hormonal piece of the puzzle we need to explore. One that connects your sleep to something deeper. The way your body repairs itself, processes memory, and heals from the inside out. There's a hormone you don't hear about often, but it plays a major role in how your body recovers, repairs, and even ages. And yes, it's deeply tied to how well you sleep. That hormone is growth hormone. Now, before you think this sounds like something for athletes or teenagers, let me reassure you. Growth hormone is just as important, maybe even more important, after 60. This hormone helps your body repair cells, maintain healthy muscles and bones, and keep your metabolism running. And the fascinating part? It's produced primarily while you sleep, especially during deep, restorative sleep. But after menopause, when sleep gets fragmented and you're waking up multiple times a night, your body struggles to reach those deeper stages where growth hormone is released. It's not just about feeling tired the next day, it's about what your body misses while you're trying to rest. So, how do you help your body create more of this healing, anti-aging hormone without resorting to anything drastic? The answer is simpler than you might think. Support deep sleep naturally through consistent habits and gentle movement. One of the best ways to do this is with resistance training. And don't worry, I don't mean lifting heavy weights at the gym. Even light bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or gentle strength-building activities like chair squats, wall push-ups, or water aerobics can help stimulate growth hormone naturally. It doesn't have to be intense. The key is consistency. Just 15 to 20 minutes a few times a week can tell your body, hey, we still need this. Keep producing it. Your body hears what your lifestyle says, even louder than what your age says. Stretching and yoga can also support deeper sleep by calming the nervous system, reducing cortisol, and helping your muscles release tension before bed. Think of it like sending your body a gentle lullaby through movement. You might not control your hormone levels with a switch, but you can influence them through your choices, and that's empowering. Let's take a moment to step back and breathe this in together. Your sleep hasn't gotten worse because you've done something wrong. It's not because you're broken or weak or past your prime. It's because your body is changing beautifully, naturally, and it's asking for something different than it needed before. It's asking for gentler rhythms, for slower evenings, for warmth, comfort, and quiet support. It's asking for nourishment, not just food, but emotional and spiritual nourishment too. This is a time in life when you deserve rest. Deep, healing, uninterrupted rest. The kind that lets your cells repair, your heart slow, your brain clear out the clutter, and your spirit soften. You've done so much. You've carried families, built careers, held people together through loss and joy. Now it's time to care for you. And the beautiful truth is, you can sleep well again. Not by fighting your body, but by working with it. Not by adding 10 new tasks to your to-do list, but by making small, loving choices every day that help your body feel safe again. Drink water early in the day so your bladder doesn't wake you. Step into the morning light to reset your inner clock. Choose a bedtime snack that steadies your blood sugar. Shut down the screen a little earlier and turn up the quiet a little more. Stretch, breathe. Let your body know it's okay to rest now. And when the nights are still hard, and yes, sometimes they will be, don't be hard on yourself. Don't spiral into blame or frustration. Instead, speak to yourself gently, the way you would speak to someone you love. It's okay. We're figuring this out. We're learning how to rest again. Because you are. You're learning, and you're showing up. And that alone is something to be proud of. If any of this resonated with you, if you saw yourself in the sleepless nights or the slow return to peace, I want to invite you to share in the comments below. What's helped you? What are you still struggling with? You never know who else might feel seen or comforted by your words. And if you found this video helpful, I hope you'll take a moment to like it and subscribe. We're building something special here. A warm, supportive space for women over 60 who are still growing, still healing, still discovering how powerful they really are. You deserve nights filled with peace, mornings that greet you gently, days where you feel clear, strong, and fully you. So here's to the new rhythm, to deeper sleep, to hormone harmony, to living your most restful, radiant years, starting tonight. Sweet dreams, and thank you for being here.